For the first time in decades, a frontline Japanese warship is being quietly disarmed. No missiles, no torpedoes, and no active combat loadout. The ship is the JS Sendai, hull number D-32, an Abukuma-class destroyer escort of the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force. And this isn't an accident. This isn't routine maintenance. This is preparation. Because the Sendai belongs to a class of warships now widely seen as prime candidates for transfer to the Philippine Navy. The removal of its weapons may be the strongest signal yet that this process is moving beyond diplomacy and into execution. Stay with us, because today, we're breaking down what's happening to the JS Sendai, why its weapons are being removed, what steps are likely to follow, and what this could all mean for the future of Philippine naval modernization. Before we start, if you appreciate this kind of in-depth analysis, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell right here on Bayan Watchdog. Welcome back. To understand why this specific ship matters so much, we need to look at its history. The JS Sendai is the fourth vessel of the Abukuma-class, commissioned into the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force back in 1990. Now, despite that destroyer escort label, the Abukuma-class was purpose-built for three key roles: anti-submarine warfare, fleet escort duties, and regional maritime patrol. For over 30 years, the Sendai was a core part of Japan's maritime defense posture, first during the Cold War and then in the years that followed, especially when it came to countering submarine threats in the seas around Japan. The ship's hull is one thing. The missiles and strike weapons that go on it are another matter entirely. That's why the Sendai's weapons are coming off before any potential handover can happen. There are three key strategic reasons behind this move. First, there are the legal and political constraints. Even after loosening its post-war restrictions on military exports, Japan still maintains a clear separation between platforms and the weapons they carry. By removing the armaments, Tokyo can operate within its legal boundaries, avoid triggering narratives of escalation, and frame the transfer strictly as an act of defensive capacity building for a partner nation. Second is operational compatibility. The Philippine Navy doesn't operate Japanese combat systems. If the ship were transferred with its original weapons still installed, it would create a logistical nightmare. It would mean training mismatches for the crew and a long-term, costly dependency on Japanese supply chains for maintenance and spare parts. By stripping the ship down, Japan is essentially giving the Philippines a blank canvas. This provides the flexibility to integrate familiar Western systems, mixed origin weapons, or other locally preferred configurations that fit the Philippine Navy's existing doctrine and budget. And third, perhaps the most telling reason, is intent. Removing a warship's weapons is an expensive, time-consuming process. It's pointless unless that ship's future role is about to fundamentally change. You simply do not disarm an active, frontline vessel unless it's on its way out of frontline service. This strongly suggests that the JS Sendai is being prepared for one of two things: either final retirement from Japanese service, or, more likely, a transfer to a new owner. Meanwhile, the diplomatic groundwork for this move is already well advanced. The Philippine Navy is currently navigating a very difficult transition period. New modern frigates are arriving, but slowly. At the same time, its older legacy vessels are retiring, and quickly. This is creating a capability gap. The Abukuma-class fits neatly into this gap. These ships are larger and more capable than the Navy's current patrol vessels, but they're also simpler and cheaper to operate than a full-sized frigate. They are perfectly suited for the essential missions of patrol, escort, and maintaining maritime presence. With a proper refit and rearmament, these ships could free up the Philippines' newer, more advanced frigates for high-end operations. They could expand the Navy's presence in the West Philippine Sea and significantly strengthen anti-submarine awareness in key maritime choke points. This isn't about prestige or acquiring a shiny new toy. This is about practical solutions, numbers, presence, and long-term sustainability for the fleet. Defense commentary from both Japan and the Philippines consistently frames this potential transfer as a direct response to the deteriorating security environment in our maritime region. The disarming of the JS Sendai is not a downgrade, it's a transition. It marks a shift from Japanese service to potential Philippine service. Because this story is far from over, thank you for watching.